Want to guarantee that your engine never overheats? Stick with me throughout this video and you'll see why these two tools are not just handy, but they're extremely vital to the longevity of your engine. Okay, so right here what we have is going to be two different varieties of coolant machines or coolant tools, whichever way you want to use them, right? Or call it. So right here we have a 15-piece coolant set, right? And what these are, these have different adapters, right? That you can hook up to a radiator or coolant reservoir, and that way you'll be able to burp the, the coolant system. And then right here, this right here is a setup for the coolant. And as you can see right here, we have 22 different caps that you can choose from. This right here is you can pressure test the cap for the radiator. Right here, these are going to be radiator caps that you then will be able to hook this up to and pull a vacuum, and then you will also be able to then replenish the coolant. So with these tools, they are extremely cool, and what they are designed to do is to make sure that there is no air left in your coolant system, because if you have air pockets in your engine, then your engine will overheat. It's not a matter of if it overheats, it's a matter of when will it overheat. And typically, it always will overheat at the wrong place at the wrong time, and always you will end up paying for it. So just for a short demonstration, I'm not going to bleed the system, but I'm going to show you exactly how it works for both of these types of the funnel and also the system. But what is extremely important about this system works extremely well, but in order to use this, you have to pull a vacuum for this to work. This right here does not require a vacuum. The only thing you need to do is set it up, which we will show. First, you put it on, and then you tighten it up, pour the liquid in there. You allow the liquid to go into the system. It goes through the radiator, then it goes into the engine. Then once it's not pulling in anymore, then what you do is you turn the vehicle on, and then you will put on the highest setting in terms of temperature, but only on the first notch in the terms of this fan speed, right? And you want to make sure that the heat is on, because the entire purpose of that is to make sure that your heater core kicks in, which then allows the heat to go through your vehicle. And once you receive that, then that's when you know you actually did the proper procedure right. At the end, once you're done with this, you will also see no more bubbles will be bubbling up. So let's go ahead over to the car and let me show you how it would be set up if we were actually going to do a coolant flush. So before I even get started on the demonstration, if you guys are enjoying this video, go ahead and like the video and also follow. It helps out the channel a lot. So let's go ahead and start with this. Now, what you would do, because not every single vehicle will have access to the radiator cap. So if you have adapters for the radiator caps, which this does, then you just find the one that properly fits, you put it on there, and then you will sit it in there with one of these adapters. Once you find it, then you just hook it up and it will sit in there just like this, right? With the proper adapter, you pour the fluid in there, it'll go right into the radiator and go through the system, and then you just want to keep topping it off until there's enough in the system. You want to make sure that this never goes dry. Now, once that happens, it'll suck in the fluid. You turn on the car, it'll start to bubble. You just let it continue bubbling until it is completely done. Now, if we are working on this, what you would end up doing is connecting the radiator hose, which would be right there, and you would hook that up in there. It will pull an extremely tight vacuum, a negative pressure vacuum, until you see it in the red. Once it's on that red, then you're good. What it does is shrinks it up like really tight, and then you get your coolant bottle fluid and you would put it in by the jug. You put the end of the adapter, which is this, inside of there. And then when you're ready, you close off this and you open this up by just turning it, and then it'll suck it in there. And when it sucks it in there, it takes roughly about 10 to 20 seconds for it all to go into the system, and the system is completely bled. The reason why this helps out a lot is because it's less time consuming and it does everything for you. It already sucks out the air prior to the fluid going in, so once the fluid goes in, it sucks it in there properly as it should be. Now versus this just takes time because it requires the vehicle to be on and running for anywhere between 5 to 10 minutes until all of the air is completely burped out. And so now that you guys know why it's super important for these type of tools to exist, another thing that you need to know is the intervals. You want to do a coolant flush roughly every 60,000 miles. For one, your engine does not overheat, and also to ensure that you do not have electrolysis built up in your radiator. And the only thing that electrolysis means is electricity built up in the radiator fins, which blocks the coolant flow. You do not want that. So that is the entire purpose of that. And if you guys enjoyed this Throwback Thursday, please like, follow, subscribe, comment, do it all. It helps out my channel. And for those who have been doing it, thank you. I really appreciate it. And I'll see y'all in the next one.